Now let's get serious about this matchup, guys. OU Texas, the best college rivalry in the sport. I challenge anyone to say otherwise. This is the best rivalry in college football. I mean, as far as numbers go, number of fans, I would probably say Ohio State and Michigan as the edge in that, and I don't know where Army-Navy figures into this whole thing, but OU Texas is the best, and of course I'm biased because I'm a Sooners fan. Come on. What other rivalry would I say trumps OU Texas? So let's go ahead and go over this. This is the biggest game of the season so far for us Sooners fans. The biggest game because we beat this game. We win this game. We beat Texas. We're back in the driver's seat of the Big 12. We're back on our way to a fourth consecutive Big 12 title. We lose this game and we'll see what happens the rest of the season. I just find it funny how every single Red River rivalry game, no matter what circumstances are concerning either team, is always huge. It's always huge for either team's season. And yeah, we got number 3 Texas against number 20 Oklahoma. But the thing about this rivalry is, and one of the things I love about it, is that rankings don't matter in this game. Whatever circumstances either team has encountered throughout their season doesn't matter. That's all thrown out in this game. That's all of it. It's gone. And there's just Oklahoma and there's just Texas in the Cotton Bowl under the blazing sun battling it out. That's what I love about this game, and that's why I also cannot wait to get down there. It's going to be awesome. All right, here we go. Now, Texas, you're undefeated. I'm going to give you credit on that. I'm a Sooners fan, but I can also give credit where credit is due. Oklahoma, we're 3-2. We're licking some wounds after a couple 1-point losses. 1 point. And a lot of things got to go our way if we want to win this game. It doesn't look good, Sooners. It looks very, very intimidating if you read all the stuff, if you watch all the stuff on ESPN or other places. Of course, Texas is the favorite. Sooners fans, we knew this. Going into this game, we're the underdog. It's time to embrace the underdog role because that's what we are. But then again, that's just fine. I mean, look at what happened last season. We were a shoo-in to win that game last season, and look what happened. But I look for a lot of things to improve this game as opposed to last game. Now, this game, our offense is not going to be that much of a factor. And neither is Texas. Both of these teams' offense are not looking the best that they have been in the past. Definitely not. This could be a defensive battle, yeah. These are featuring the best 2 defenses in the Big 12. The best 2 defenses in the Big 12 going at each other. It's all about, in my opinion, I can't really place emphasis on one aspect of either team. This game is going to be won play after play. Who can make what play when, and who can make what team one-dimensional. If one team can make the other team one-dimensional, if one team can suffocate the running game and then break up the pass, it's done. That team will have this game in hand. If one team can establish the running game, it's done. That team will take it. So this is what the Sooners have to do to win this game. Number 1, we got to look at the offensive line. Now, we lost Brian Simmons. Brian Simmons went down. He's one of our more consistent offensive linemen. We're going to have to see how that affects the O-line as a whole because for the most part, this is still a pretty new, pretty fresh offensive line. But they've gotten better game after game after game. And I have, even though we lost those 2 games, I do have confidence in them and I do have more faith in them than what I used to have because it's not like Texas is the first tough team they've faced. We've gone into Miami and taken on the Hurricanes. It's not like they're not suited to pressure situations anymore. But then again, this is OU Texas. This is a pressure that is unlike any game. So we're going to see how that happens. But the offensive line has got to block for Bradford. They've got to open up lanes for the running game. They just got to be on the same page as the rest of the team. We saw some good promise against Baylor. But I'll tell you right now, we can't have any more holding or any more false start calls on us, or it's going to be a long day in the Cotton Bowl. Let me just say that right now. We can't have any of those. And another thing we got to do, we got to capitalize on Texas's slump in the first half. Now, Texas, am I saying you're going to slump in the first half? Well, no, I can't say that. I can't predict the future. I'm just going off of what you've done every single game up until now. And I do have the confidence going into this game knowing that this is going to be the toughest team Texas has ever faced. This is going to be the toughest defense Texas has ever faced. This is going to be the toughest team in general Texas has ever faced. And I look forward to that advantage. We got to capitalize on Texas's first half slump. And I know a lot of you Texas fans are coming on here saying, oh, there's not going to be any first half slump because this is a revenge game. This is OU Texas. Huh. Okay, so what was Tech? Wasn't Tech supposed to be a revenge game in your own home stadium? But I don't know. I could be wrong. So this is what the Sooners got to do. When Texas starts slumping in the first half, we got to establish the running game right quick. First play, first snap, you establish that running game, you take that ball, and we shove it down those Texas Longhorns' throats. For yard after yard after yard. That's what we got to do. We got to jump on this game right then and there. We got to make some defensive plays. We got to get some interceptions. We got to pressure McCoy. We got to make McCoy throw to the guys that he's not confident in, that he doesn't have faith in. We got to take away Shipley. We got to take away Shipley first of all because, like I said on the C3 podcast, 99.9999999% of the time when Colt McCoy throws to Shipley, Shipley is going to catch it. Now, Shipley is Colt McCoy's prime wide receiver target. And I look for the corners, I look for Brian Jackson, and I look for Dominique Franks to take away Shipley. I look for them to take away Shipley and make Colt McCoy uncomfortable, and then for the defensive line to move, to attack, to crush their offensive line, and get after the quarterback. That's what I look for in this game. And we've seen them do that. We've seen the corners really come up for us in the past after intercepting 2 passes from Ja'Cory Harris and breaking up the long passes versus Baylor. Again, it's Baylor, but we're seeing more promise. And Texas doesn't have the best special teams coverage after kickoff. And Dominique Franks has been showing some really, really good promise returning kickoffs. Running for, 30, 40 yards a time against Baylor. Again, it's Baylor. But I have every confidence he can do that against Texas. Now, Texas's running game pretty much has one leg in the grave right now. And we got to make sure they never get that. Because that's exactly what Texas did. Texas had the running game last year. And they controlled the clock. They controlled the line of scrimmage last year, and that's how they won that game. And also, we got to take away those short little passes that Colt McCoy likes to throw to. We have a much more solid and talented group of linebackers to take away that option. Because that's also a lot of the reason why Texas won last year. Florida also did a similar thing. We got to take away that option. Stifle the running game. Make Texas as one-dimensional as possible. And then when it's our turn to have the ball, we got to be productive. We got to get the ball in the end zone. We can't just settle for field goals. Even though I see with both of these defenses, I see field goals being a major part of this game. I don't think it's going to be as high shooting, scoring, highfalutin as the last couple OU Texas games. But we got to get touchdowns. We have got to get touchdowns. So those receivers, I don't know if Ryan Broyles is coming back. We're going to find out Friday if he's going to play. But Brandon Caleb showing up for us. Cameron Kenny showing up for us. DeJuan Miller. Adrian Tennell's got to have a better game. Mainly, these receivers have got to catch Sam Bradford's balls because Sam Bradford is throwing them spot on. And the wide receivers are just dropping them. And the thing about Colt McCoy and Sam Bradford is the defenses can both bring pressure all they want. But Colt McCoy and Sam Bradford are really talented quarterbacks. You know, Colt McCoy, he's a quarterback. He's a really talented guy. I can admit this. I know a good place to see one, and I'm sure he's an upstanding guy outside of football. But this week, all I see is him a stinking Longhorn because that's the rivalry. The thing about those two guys is, even if the pressure does come, they're the kind of guys, like the gunslingers, that can get the ball out of their hands 2-3 seconds tops. And that's what they've got to do because both these defenses are going to be coming for the quarterbacks. They're going to be coming for them. So, guys, those are my keys to the game. I'm going to be probably leaving either Thursday or Friday for the game going down. I'll be at the Cotton Bowl. I'm looking forward to meeting up with the rest of the C3, meeting Cowboy TD, possibly Longhorn 683. And it's going to be a great game. And I know the bet. I know the wager. And don't worry, Texas fans, I'm bringing a lyric sheet of the OU chant down with me. I cannot wait to see that big crimson OU flag planted in the middle of Dallas soil. All right, score for the game. Field goals are really going to come into place in this, but I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game, guys, because both offenses are pretty stagnant at the moment. That may change. We'll see what happens. But for right now, close game. 23-17 Oklahoma, because Texas sucks. And we're going to win this game. Alright, so I gotta say, guys, Boomer Sooner, Texas sucks, Oklahoma, baby, live on, University. We'll see you in Dallas.